Hey guys, Nova Explosion and welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. We just finished the prologue last time and got the whole Class 7 not reunited together for the first time. But yeah, we're going to continue and see what happens. I'm very excited to get into this part of the game. Oh my goodness, that's a large time skip. Not really. April 17th, it's a Saturday.
All right. Time to get going.
Oh, Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least.
Sensing?
Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, it got me. I have no idea.
Huh.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
I guess she's still mad. That was like, what, 2-3 weeks ago by now? Because that was March 31st, it's April 17th. I don't know, that was like at least 2 to 3 weeks ago.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long.
I know, right?
She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to.
I'm sure she does. What I think the point is, I think she's just embarrassed and taking it out on Reen. But I think she's gotta just be embarrassed. I hope. I mean, I would be astounded if she doesn't know it's an accident.
Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually.
Yeah, hopefully like 2 months from now.
Class 7's got enough tension as it is, with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can. Whatever that may be.
I hope she forgives us soon, is all I can say.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny, I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
I get what you're saying.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah, like they like gave you permission, so I think it's totally cool to treat them like that. But yeah, I get where Elliot's coming from.
Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
Nobles, I presume.
Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
It would, wouldn't it?
That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
You guys are gonna get a tardy slip.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Is this history? I suck at history. Plus, I'm getting Persona 5 flashbacks. Thomas Lysander.
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rice Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance.
Is he somehow related to Squall, Lionheart? You know, FF8 reference?
Not to mention the founder of this very academy.
Oh, you don't say.
Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
No, I would not actually. The place where Dreikel's first started to get his army was the... I do not know what Crossbell is. I'm gonna go with the North Highlands. It was the North Highlands, a region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Schwarzer. Prince Dreikel's wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the Vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the Civil War taking place in Erebonia, and those Vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, I got it right. Oh, was she helping? Wow, Elisa giving me a hand. Guess he didn't need my help after all. She's having regrets. AP increased. I don't know what AP does yet. Academic points. By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you will gain AP, academic points. When you've accumulated enough AP, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks ranging from BC to A0. Every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the academy. Oh, so this is where the side content comes in.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Sleep is great, but I would rather do something instead of sleep.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like.
Study on a free day? What are you guys, nerds?
A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
An exam?
Practical exam?
Already? We're not even a month in.
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then.
Oh, in that case, I'll be fine.
Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time, too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, Elliot doesn't like the sound of that, though, but I do.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
Oh, now you got me curious.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
Alright, class is over. Oh, I like this track playing right now. Really good. I'm a little little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still getting used to this staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer, but I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you joined the club already. Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band, though I'm not sure how much you still have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any school clubs yet? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Totally intended. You have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself, though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Ba, ba, ba. I really like this track. Oh good, you're still here. Instructor. Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. Oh no. Just something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up. What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is, it's something absolutely essential to your school life. Somebody needs to go get it, though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait, are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I could look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Why is there a heart every time Sarah opens her mouth? Oh, exploring the school. I love it. What's up, instructor? Any homework to do? The student council room's on the second floor of the student... Oh, you literally say the same thing. Oh, this is new. Is there a reason you're still here? Don't tell anyone, but I actually left the student register in here and forgot all about it. Good thing I remembered, though. Otherwise, I would have had to sit through another one of Vice Principal's lectures. She's not exactly a conventional teacher, is she? Yeah, I guess not. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, so she said student union building, second floor? What's up? Oh, glorious day, we finally got a free day tomorrow. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna spend the whole thing shopping. A little bit of retail therapy is just what the doctor ordered after all those soul-sucking classes I'm ready to spend. Have you decided on what club you want to join? I'm considering focusing my time on extracurricular activities during our free days myself. Hopefully we can both make use of most of our free day. Cool. Ba, 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 ba. Oh my, what a delectable smell. It seems as though it's emanating from the cooking club. What is wrong with your face? And perhaps I should follow my nose and grace them with my presence. Don't. Oh, hello there. You're a class 7 student, are you not? My name is Mary. I'm the cooking club's advisor. Were you hoping to join? I'm afraid not. I'm just trying to familiarize myself with the campus. She seems far kinder than I expected. A military academy instructor to be. That's fine. I happen to be the advisor for the art club and the wind orchestra too. If you're interested in joining either of them, we'll be sure to welcome you with open arms. Keep that in mind.